Welcome to Kombani Zambia TV, your home for fearless investigative journalism, bold analysis, and untold stories from Africa and around the world. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, tap the like, and share this video to spread the truth far and wide. We dig deeper, ask the hard questions, and uncover what others won't. This is more than news. It's journalism that holds power to account. Let's get started. Disclaimer. The content in this video is based on publicly available reports, statements, and allegations. These claims remain unverified, and we do not endorse or confirm their accuracy. This video is intended for informational and discussion purposes only. They counted on you not reading Bill 7, but we did. Tonight, we expose one of the biggest political deceptions in recent Zambian history. For weeks, Zambia has been drowning in rumors, panic, and political theater. But when you read the bill, everything changes. The lies crumble. The truth stands alone. Opposition figures told you. MPs were paid 3 million kwacha. The president can fire anyone. Bill 7 destroys democracy. But none of these appear anywhere in the bill. The turning point? A live KBN debate where misinformation finally met resistance. Kasonde Mwenda held the bill in his hands and still couldn't show the clause he claimed existed. This wasn't an accident. It was a strategy, a deliberate attempt to mislead a population they assume will never read the primary document. This is what Mr. Mwewa has warned for years. Politicians fear an informed public. Misinformation spreads because it is engineered to play on fear. Because fear is fast, facts are slow. And in a country where fewer than 10% of citizens read national bills, fear wins. They said, Bill 7 creates absolute presidential power. False. Bill 7 removes Parliament. False. Bill 7 gives the president a blank check. False. Bill 7 contains simple English, clear definitions, constituency management updates, governance reforms, and not one hidden power. Back to KBN, Chipoka Malenga demanded, "Show us the clause." Silence. Pages flipping. No answer. The interviewer handed the copy with Bill 7 content, and Kasonde Mwenda failed to point at one clause for his claims. The opposition narrative collapsed live because it was built on sand. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Zambia's political class knows most people don't read policy documents. They use that gap to control emotions, to manufacture outrage, to weaponize ignorance. Why would they mislead you? Because reforms threaten those who thrive on confusion. Because clarification kills propaganda. Because once you read, you stop being controlled. As Mr. Mwewa exposed, Zambians don't read and politicians know it. That's why lies succeed, not because they're clever, but because they fill the vacuum left by silence. Let's be clear. No 3 million kwacha payments. No dissolution of parliament. No presidential superpowers. No constitutional override. Listen to what he said.
Now, here's the thing, guys. There's something that Beauty Katebe said that just rubbed me the wrong way. It really did. And hear me out on this, because I'm going somewhere with this, and I really want you to sort of, just hear me out. Beauty Katebe deduces, she surmises, she thinks that the members of parliament that are supporting Bill 7 have each been paid 3 million kwacha. This is Beauty Katebe, leader of a so-called organization that's supposed to have teeth when they have none. She sits on an interview and paints in broad strokes, and she says, and we hear, okay? She has no proof. She has no substance. Just because she's the head of NGOCC, she thinks that she's insulated when she makes these outlandish claims that no, the members of parliament that are supporting this Bill 7, we hear they've been paid 3 million kwacha each. Really? And where the hell did you get that? Oh no, it's just, that's the rumor on the ground. On the ground we hear that these MPs have been paid 3 million kwacha each, and that's why they are supporting Bill 7. Well, Beauty, I hate to be the one to have to break this to you, but you have got to have lost your cotton-picking Georgia peach mind. You're lucky they hadn't sued your tush, for lack of a better word. A tush it's a nice way of saying, you know. That's a big statement from a big so-called organization. Can you back that up? That's a big accusation. Now, these accusations are meant to derail the direction of where Bill 7 is going. And guys, let's be clear. In Zambia, you have to define, you have to be very basic, very basic. If you become too complicated, these politicians are aware that the vast majority of our Zambian population, tababelenga, lazy as hell, don't know anything. So they know that when they use phrases like that, our people are easily misled. This is why, and I keep saying this is why Hakainde Hichilema is emphasizing the need for free education. And the benefits of free education are not going to be felt here now. It's 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now. An educated electorate, you can get ahead with an educated electorate. Nombanga everybody wants a malumpens. Wants a fisoso. Tababelenga. To quote Douglas, when you are able to read, you are a free man. Ooh, powerful. Powerful as all get out. Let's say it again. These politicians, they know that the hook they have, in as far as Bill 7 is concerned, they know that the vast majority of Zambians don't read. Bill 7 is there on the internet. You can read it for yourself. Plain, simple, pure, black and white. You don't need anyone to explain it to you. The language contained in the bill, very basic, rudimentary, simple English. There's nothing, there's no legal jargon in there that can mislead you or take you down the wrong path. But because these Dwanzi politicians, they know Zambians don't read, they're afraid of documents. So tell them anything. Tell them anything. They'll believe it. One of the lies that this Kasonde Mwenda, is it Mwenda? This chap who is the president of this EFF. I mean, I've never seen a more wayward politician that has lost his way. Brother doesn't even know where he is. This Kasonde Mwenda was on a live KBN, is it KBN TV show, live debate. He made a claim that a president, in particular, President Hakainde Hichilema, he said, President Hakainde Hichilema, with this new law, this new bill, he can remove anyone at any time he wants. Thank God the moderator had the document. He gave it to Kasonde and said, can you cite where that says? Where does it say that? No, I mean the inference here, I mean no. Here's the document. He now starts thumbing through the document. No, actually, I think what you are referring to, I seem to have. Anyway, you know what I meant. Do you know why he could say that? If Ukushinina was a person, that was the moderator. Ali Mushinina. Ali Mchitashinix. Kasonde ukufulungana. Why? Because these politicians, they are not used to being challenged factually. From a factual point of view, the moderator just simply said, can you tell us sites where it says what you are saying? The brother looked like a rabbit standing in front of a cobra. Didn't even know what hit him. Do you know why it's like that? Because Kasonde knows Zambians don't read. Kasonde knows that when he can say that, there are some Dwanzi Zambians who listen to Kasonde. Oh, if you're chidi, so can shafe whatever kuchitaba mambala, abama scales, these mamballers. There's a rumor out there that no, this Bill 7 contains a provision for HH to serve for 7 years. Where on earth? Where have you seen that? But what I have seen is that the term of a mayor, the two-term limit of a mayor, the proposal in this Bill 7 is that the two-term limit of a mayor be lifted, be removed. That's it. The other thing I've seen there is that the office of the council chairperson should harmonize with the 5-year term of parliamentarians. I mean, this is there. How do I know this? I read it. You mean you read it? Yes, it's in there. It's there. I mean, this is there. The other issue there is delimitation. This proposes that upon the recommendation of ECZ, there are some constituencies that are just too big. But if you cut them in half, the CDF funding that's supposed to go, the federal funding that's supposed to go to that constituency, if one big constituency receives 40 million, if you cut it in half, each of those constituencies receives 40 million. The member of parliament now has more of an ability to deliver services to his constituency because now the constituency has become manageable. This is why sometimes you hear people say things like, if I were MP Tatuamona. Now, of course, notwithstanding, there are MPs who are lazy, who are not seen. That exists. This is there. But the spirit of the letter of this bill is dealing with the issue of delimitation. Delimitation simply means, look, this thing is too big. Have it, cut it, so that it is more manageable. The other thing is that increasing the number of members of parliament from 156 to 211. People in the opposition, no, it's advantaging HH. What? How? So everyone will always vote for HH. Everybody. Everybody will always vote for HH. But this is a democracy. This is a yin and yang. Here a little, there a little, line by line, precept by precept. You must understand that. The biggest problem with this bill is that Zambians don't read. That's the biggest problem. If you read, you will discover very quickly that the provisions in this in this bill, they're not strange. And you must understand that the amendment, to amend, is a normal part of governance. To amend a constitution, the constitution is a living, breathing document. It is a path to a more perfect union. What does it mean to amend? And why is it important to amend? Because sometimes needs change. The constitution has to adapt to new needs. Because people change, people evolve. The things that we're doing now that we didn't do 20, 30 years ago. And the way to legally, formally change that is to present a bill on the floor of the House. And then people vote. I mean, this is there. It's simple. But here you've got people like Beauty Katebe, who make these very outlandish, very big broad strokes. Kuti, I am a members of parliament yaba. Wamene wachita support bill 7 ni basikeremu. Wanawapa sama 3 million. Now, to the average marketeer, Beauty Kateba knows that when she speaks like that, she knows that the average Namayo in marketeer will accept that. Which marketeer in City Market or Simon Mwewa Market is going to sit there and read Bill 7? They won't. But when they hear Beauty Katebe say, no, wali bali pirama pia, impia, chiramuntu wali ba pirama 3 million. That will be the rumor in City Market. Mani uvevachite. How bati rajani? Hati na wapere mpia mwe. Na wapera. Uleti mufi. Ala kuri mpia kule umfafia. Wapera shinga. Hati ma 3 million ya yo. Na badi ya na bano na. Na bena. Ifo tulechula. Ule angana na mayo wa City Market. Why? Te wako angalila kona mayo. Don't mess around with the mayos. They will mess you up. Beauty Katebe, she knows that. But when you read the document, when you see it for what it is, not for what you think it is, for what it is there in black and white.
The only real threat was the misinformation campaign itself. This wasn't about Bill 7. It was about you, about keeping you uninformed, about making sure you react emotionally instead of thinking critically. Before the next rumor spreads, read the document, ask questions, demand proof. Don't let anyone weaponize your ignorance. Subscribe, like, and share this video, because Zambia deserves truth, not rumors.